Hello. Welcome to Sailing Frida Wisby.
Roller coaster ride.
On our way from Porto Colom to the little island Cabrera.
I know that we're sailing like 6.5 knots with the wind, and it still shows me 20 to 24, so we have quite a lot of wind.
In this episode we get a roller sail to the less known Balearic island and uninhabited but very beautiful Cabrera.
I think it looks like something out of Game of Thrones.
Let's give you a short summary of our story. Our story began in Yarmouth on Isle of Wight, where we bought a Wauquiez 47 pilot saloon. We named her Frida, and Wisby is her home port on Gotland. We are a middle-aged couple that left our business lives to go sailing. We have sailed more than 7,000 nautical miles along the Atlantic coast of Europe, out to the Azores and into the Mediterranean Sea. We will show you our sailing, the boat works we do, and the destinations we see. Experience wildlife, historic sites and local cultures together with us. We are not sponsored by anyone, so it helps us a lot if you become a subscriber. A thumbs up or a comment makes us really happy. Big thank you to all of you that watch our videos. We are Anders and Gitte, and this is our cat Litza. We begin in Porto Colom on the east side of Mallorca. We began with a sail to the archipelago of Cabrera, and after a couple of days we continue to Ilha Gavina. Let's get off that mooring buoy in Porto Colom and head out to sea. We have detached ourselves from the buoy. Over there, the other one, and are on our way. So we are leaving Porto Colom. It looked nice here in the waterfront. We have not been ashore, so we actually don't know anything about the city, except from that it was very nice. Harbor crew that came out with the dinghy and helped us to moor at the buoy. Now we are on our way to Cabrera, an island that is a national park where we have booked a buoy. You are not allowed to anchor there, and you must reserve a buoy and ask for a permit before you go there. So, but we have done that, and so has Tintomara, so we are meeting up with them, and it's going to be really nice. It's a bit rolly. Roller coaster ride. It's probably old waves. Because there's not much wind, and as you can hear we have the engine on, so we are motor sailing with the Genoa and the engine, but we are rolling around quite a lot. Now it started to rain as well. See, it's still quite wavy. It's not often that we have to sit and brace ourselves, but it's not long. I think it was 12 nautical miles we were supposed to go today. So it's kind of strange wind, because as soon as we try to turn the motor off, it goes too slow, but on the other hand, we have to reef, so strange weather situation. And I sit here and try to finish off a poncho that I have knitted. There's a lot of threads that I need to secure, and I'm kind of happy that the needle is absolutely not sharp.
Det är klart det vill upp lite grann imorgon i alla fall. Och det är innan, så imorgon ska det inte blåsa så mycket, vilket är ganska skönt, tycker jag.
Ja, precis. ligger skyddat där inne då. Han gör 4,8 knop och gör 6,3.
On our way from Porto Colom to the little island Cabrera, and we are sailing for a reef dinner about capsize, and well, it's quite windy and baby today. If you like our episode, please subscribe, and thumbs up always makes us happy.
20 to 24 knots of wind, and I can't see through wind because our log is not working. So I know that we're sailing like 6.5 knots with the wind, and it still shows me 20 to 24. So we have quite a lot of wind.
Yeah.
And we only sail with half of the Genoa, and that's enough to do over 6 knots, close to 7.
The sea state feels a little better, despite I can still see that there is maybe 1.5 meter waves behind us.
We have had much bigger waves in the Atlantic, but they're longer, and that's a big difference.
Yeah. That's our destination. Take a dive.
We're getting out of this rolliness soon by getting in behind those islands.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice.
We have reached Cabrera. Let's see if we can catch that mooring cord. Done! We are here and can turn off the engine. Tonight we have invited our friends at Tintomara over to our boat.
Seglar ju 6 knop. Det gick ju inte. Det fanns ju inte en chans i helvetet att jag orkade dra in fisken.
Fishing story.
Så då styrde vi upp och så rullade vi in Genuan och så ställde jag in autopiloten på att gå så att halva storseglet fladdade, så vi rörde oss för en halv knop eller en knop. Och då klarade jag av att dra in det.
What a nice boat.
Vet inte, filmade du fisken någon gång medan den var i vattnet?
Det gjorde jag.
Kan du väl titta på det?
On request, tuna in water.
It's fairly big. Wow. Or bonito, whatever they're called.
And now here it is on the grill.
Here is the promised tuna fish that we promised Tintomara.
We had of course lots of sailing stories to catch up with since the last time we saw Tintomara, so we had a very pleasant evening.
Tack för ikväll!
Sailing life as best. Good friends and a nice, calm and beautiful place.
Going for a little dinghy ride. We're going to pick up Tintomara. And the goal for today is the castle on the mountain.
Våra båtmotorer
Now we are
är ju knappt på 20 meters håll. Den där
in our little dinghy.
hela viken här.
That's our goal. Here's all the rules for the islands.
Där är vägen upp till borgen.
And that's the path.
We felt a little adventurous when we started climbing up the path.
It's steep way up.
But I must admit, I quickly ran out of breath because it was quite steep.
It's dangerous. And here is Lotta, Anders and mine was coming. How does it work with your back, Anders?
Cabrera is actually an archipelago with not one but 19 little islands. The highest point is 172 meters, and it's both natural reserve in the water and on land.
Okay, let's go on.
The landscape is dominated by juniper and mastic bushes, but there are also pine trees, and in the water there is Posidonia heaven.
So this is the north side, and over there is Mallorca.
Början var fängelse, sen var det militär.
So first prison, then military, and now natural park. So that's the short summary of the history of this island. So we will go up and have a look at it. I think it looks like something out of Game of Thrones or something like that. A movie set. Getting closer. The view are magnificent. Almost there. Jag tror inte det.
Lite ljus i tunneln, även om tunneln går rakt upp.
Oj.
It is not wide.
Is this the only way up and down? Wow.
Is somebody coming down?
No.
Okay.
Okay, you have to wait for us, yeah.
This is now a little bit of light coming in. It is narrow. That's the only way up and down. Fantastic view. It's a ballroom in here. So maybe we should dance. A room with a view.
The castle was built in the 16th century, and it was later used as prison for encaptured soldiers. Many of Napoleon's soldiers had been imprisoned here, and almost none of them made it from the island alive. Later, the Spanish made the whole island military area and took benefit from the natural harbor. Okay, time to make it down again. Cabrera has never been permanently inhabited, but it has had several civilizations that has briefly visited.
Inside there is where the narrow stair is. So once you get out here, it's quite easy. So, okay, we will now take the path down. There's a small cafe down there, so maybe we can get a coffee. This is a morning ball feel. From the other side, it almost looks like it's coming up out of the mountain. same rock, same color, and almost the same shape. You can see here. That is rock, and that is the wall. Amazing building, really cool. And the island is also cool. So we are taking a long way. There's a shortcut, which we came up. We pass down there. And I think we will take the road down to go a little bit different. And then we see what we do. But this was fun. This was a great little hike. Not too exhausting. The castle is laying on 72 height meters above the sea level, but it's 500 meters through the path over here up. And now we take the road down back to the harbor, and it will probably be a little bit longer than the 500 meters, but it's quite easy to walk here. Despite now it's rubble road again. A nice little walk. Thank you, Kurt, for the tip of going out here. One of our subscribers that gave us this advice. Don't miss Cabrera. Now we're down in the harbor area again. See if we can get a coffee here and then decide what to do the rest of the day. Here is the different routes. This is a route we have already done up to the castle. Maybe we can take that as well after a little rest. I think that is difficult. And this is way too difficult for Anders and me.
But I think Magnus and Lotta will attempt to doing it while Anders and I make a shorter route. The name Cabrera actually goes back to the Roman times, because the Romans, they put out animals on different islands that they could later use as food resource if they had to take refugees on them. And Cabrera means goat in Spanish. So this is the goat island. The military barracks from when the Spaniards had their soldiers posted here. It's also the Spanish military that has built the infrastructure around the harbor area.
You can actually stay here. I think it's at least it's here that you can rent a room. So there are boat trips going from Mallorca out here, and you have 1 or 2 nights. I think it's at this place, but where you can stay. And then you have guided tour around the islands. But for us that come with our own boat, and it's not a weekend, there are no guided tours because it's out of season. So we only have self-guided walks, but it's road and quite clearly marked where you're not allowed to go, so it's actually not a problem. It's nice here. There you can also try out your dinghy. Now we have come a little way from the castle. It is raining. Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. Diving?
Det var nästan så roligt att det tycker jag också.
beautiful environment here. The whole island is natural reserve and you're not allowed to walk outside the road unless you have a guide. But really pretty. I think there is one of the tourist boats from Mallorca arriving. So we have to hurry up to the cafe so we can get a table before them. Nice place to sit. Thank you. They are right in line. So that's the little cantina. Very nice. Nice people. Now we go back to the boat. We are a bit wet. So noisy. Not.
Nu känns det som att vi får köra värmaren en stund.
Ja, det gör
det.
det.
Lite torrt. Torka kläderna. Va? Det är helt otroligt. Det är nästan juni här nere. Va? Så är det inte varmare än så här.
Despite being both wet and cold, our spirits were high and we felt inspired by this wonderful island. And we go back to Frida. Litza was happy that we were back on the boat again.
It's cozy.
The evening was our turn to go over to Tintomara to have some dinner. And as usual, we had lots of things to talk about.
Finns det som inte vi har, Anders?
Ja, vi gör det från plattan.
Ja, okej då.
Idag är vind och vågor från rätt håll. Igår var det ju, vinden kom ju därifrån. Så vi fick ju faktiskt lite vindvågor igår. Det gungade lite av vindvågor. Men det var ju vanliga kölbåtar i vända åt.
Och där blev det som det blev för oss igår kväll. På den,
Ja, han har kört upp på sin egen boja.
ja, eller det bara blivit så. Och så bunkar i. Får se hur det blir i natt då.
Time flew and it was time for us to say goodnight. When I was swimming, I discovered that I could not climb up into the dinghy from the water. So Anders has been thinking about it and working on a solution. What's the idea?
The idea is to get this to step on.
Ah, so it's...
grab here, step here, and then you can...
Okay. Okay, I'm ready to test if it works.
Complete success!
That was actually quite easy.
It's much easier when I wasn't in the boat because the boat tilted towards you, so it was lower.
But I did it twice.
With me sitting in, yes.
To be acrobatic to get, because that's actually the most difficult step.
Is to get a foot in there, yes.
To put one foot in.
Yeah.
I use my left foot because I'm a little bit stronger. And I use more or less the same technique as when you are going to climb a horse.
Yeah,
What
because...
is this not called?
Oh, and Anders not. I was looking at the internet and my iPad lost its power, so I improvised.
It's not just the rope.
Yeah,
You have
that's why I made it, to make it little...
to put on
Yeah,
your feet.
otherwise
I'm
it's...
standing on it like this.
Yeah, because otherwise it's too hard for your feet if you're barefoot, and also it floats too much.
Yeah.
So this is a little heavy, so it's...
Actually, it sinks. Okay.
Successful mission.
Oh, now we got the dinghy up in place. We need to put that second line in the dinghy. But apart from that, it's up. And it's actually quite easy using the winch. Now we are ready. Oh, now we are leaving the island Cabrera, south of Mallorca. Going to Ilha Gavina. And we did something we haven't done before. We left the buoy with sail. So we are sailing out. And it went fairly well, I would say.
Yep.
And we have a problem. Because it's only allowed 2 knots in here. And
We're doing 3.5.
And we're doing 3.5 with just the foresail, just the So we are speeding. Really enjoyed our stay, and it was really fun to meet Tintamara again. This is truly nice. I think we can take off our speakers, our Mary Savers. These are really good. So, bye-bye, Cabrera. And the castle up there, it was really cool, and the way it's built, it looks like it's growing out of the rock. That's Tintamara, they are also leaving. And they are on their way to Porto Colom, and we are going back to the anchorage Galvina. That's a really short trail, about 5 nautical miles, and we don't want it to go too fast because there's actually thunder over Mallorca right now.
There, where we're planning to go, we will be there in 2 hours.
Okay. And this is nice that the charter companies name their boat after different liquor because then we can easily identify them.
And keep well...
So we can stay away from them, yeah. That's nice of them, isn't it?
That's perfect.
We got a wonderful sail now when the rumble in the distance has disappeared and the sun has come through. There's still some clouds ahead, but we checked with lightning tracker and it was like 40 kilometers away.
Yeah, it's
So
up north, moving north.
Yeah, moving north over Mallorca, so it's looking good.
We're doing close to 4 knots.
In how much wind?
In 4 meters per second, or 8 knots.
That's quite okay. And we have
what can it be? About half an hour left. And then
Yeah,
we are
around
at
half an hour left.
and then we are at the anchorage. We are back. Beautiful Cavina with the natural reserve over there. And of course no anchoring without an anchoring incident. So that boat over there, it drove just over our anchor buoy and didn't seem to care at all that it was there. And they had 2 adults on foredeck. So there was absolutely no reason, and as you can see, there's plenty of room. But luckily, it seemed like nothing happened. He didn't get the line in the propeller, and our buoy seems to still be working. But I don't understand. And I don't understand the charter companies, because I think it's a charter boat. It's named Capra, and I've noticed that the charter boats usually have names of the different liquors. So I don't understand why the charter companies don't request a little bit more skills and have like a theory session with them, telling about what the rules are and how to behave. Enough ranting for today. So now we are going to watch some ice hockey. It's Sweden-Letland, and eat some Chinese.
In the next episode, we will start heading west, starting making our way towards Valencia. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end.